right, everybody, hello. We're here. This is officially the 21st session of Fly Free. Uh, where we left off, you guys were about to start your new job at the behest and a bit of pleading from Tarika. Uh, you have successfully dropped off Shan and sort of checked in on your home base, as it were, of Absalom Station, and you are currently, unless people would like to do anything before you go, en route to catch a shuttle to Avalon to be able to get to the Horseye orbital plate in time to make this heist work.
Did anyone want to sell anything else?
Oh, did Judge or Ken want the fucking...
Oh yeah, the
whatchamacallit?
frost rifle.
Rifle.
Yeah.
Frostbite zero rifle.
Does nothing for Judge because she has a built-in gun, but thank you.
Would Ken like a rifle?
I don't think I can use a rifle.
Yeah, it's a long arm, so you can't. If you wanted, you could save it, and maybe potentially Nico could use it in the future. But it depends on if you want to give Nico fuck off big ass gun.
I actually am obsessed with that. Give me the rifle.
Hell yeah!
Okay.
You might want to have it. Rifles are heavy, from what I remember of having one.
Yeah, put it in your stash then, so that it'll be on the ship.
Oh yeah. Don't worry. He wasn't gonna. He can't hold.
Can't do
That's
it yet.
scary. He can't hold it now.
I'm gonna copy paste the name of it for ease of search.
Ah, thank you. Swag.
There you go.
Thank you.
We're moving that from my inventory. Yeet.
Hell yeah. Okay. Anybody else? I think everybody else's bulk was fine. It's just if anybody wants some extra cash before you go.
Is anyone gonna be able to cover my fare?
I will.
I can help.
I have over 6,000 credits. I will cover anyone who needs it.
Yippee! Odessa hugs Bug and it's like, thank you.
The idea, I still love the idea of everybody going and waiting in line and being like, oh, it's this long this time, okay, 50 credits per day, 300 credits. You, like, going to check your cred stick and, like, a pixel gif of a moth flutters.
Yeah!
You know what I mean?
I got 6 pennies, y'all.
Literally.
I want to mention how fucking funny it was whenever we were discussing in the server earlier about how Odessa is broke and has 6 credits, and then I was going through my notes to see if I made any notes on money, and then I also wrote down Odessa has 6 credits.
Important to remember, our captain's fucking broke is a joke.
Listen, I gave away 5,000 credits, okay?
Oh, that's so funny.
It is funny. Ashton, if you would like to buy or sell anything, decide to leave anything on the ship, feel free. You can kind of take this extra time if you'd like, since everybody else got to dick around and chat and do it earlier.
Let me see if there's anything I want. I don't think I necessarily have anything. I think I bought most of my stuff already because I remember biggest thing that I was looking into was grenades, but I'm pretty sure.
Oh, that's right, you got some, because I was checking everybody's stuff earlier. It looks like you have a couple in there.
Yes, I already bought the stuff I want.
Okay, awesome. I just wanted to check, because I love you.
Yes, thank you.
Few just small things of note. Not buying anything, but just because I have a lot of bullshit, because Judge has a thief kit.
Mm-hmm.
First thing, I'm connecting my remote monitoring system to Bug's comm.
Ooh, okay, that's good. So it's like, so the stuff because it keeps track of your vitals and stuff, so it's to
Mhm.
their phone.
And it has a camera on it.
Yes, it does. Okay, cool. I wanted to make sure I remember
It
that
has
right. I've seen this
camera
before.
and audio. Mhm.
Yeah.
Second, in the hideaway limb,
Yeah.
Judge is putting. Let me double check the size because I might be able to fit. Okay. I think it's only. Okay, it's only a little bit of stuff. Okay. Judge is putting a signal jammer in the hideaway limb,
Okay.
Ooh.
and she stored a lot of other stuff right now just on the ship for the time being.
Okay.
And yep, that's
Okay, awesome. Connecting with you on the limb compartment, that can definitely fit in there. If somebody is trying to find it on you, you just have a bonus to them finding it. It's not like they can't
Yeah.
find it, but they can't see it on you, which is very good. I just wanted to make sure I put that on recording because sometimes I forget.
it. Of course.
Swag. These are all really good for me to know. Thank you. Kiss you on the mouth.
Hot.
Awesome. If there's nothing else, then you guys are about to go on the shuttle to Avalon again. It's the same. So for part of the party, this is actually painfully familiar because this is the exact same shuttle liner that you took whenever you first went to the Horse Eye Orbital Plate to acquire the Misfortune. You would know that it's inter-system travel is 1d6 days. I can tell you that this reliably is going to be 6 days. And you know that it's kind of like the quality of like an overnight train. So like it's nice, right? It's like a nice version of like a plane, but it's not like a passenger liner. But you will be fed. There will be like facilities there, and you will have places to sleep.
Ooh, fancy.
Yeah. Yeah. Unless there's anything else, you guys go to leave Absalom behind for a new heist. And as you guys kind of get settled in, you have the same. You guys are like a party of 4, so you basically have like the same car, and I would say maybe it's like 4 bunk beds to sleep in, with some chairs and like trays for when meal times happen. And
Cozy.
it's very cozy, and it's not a long time necessarily for space travel because you all are veteran spacers at this point. I do think that it's a bit strange to be traveling so long on a ship that is not your own.
I think Judge definitely gets antsy after like a day.
Mm-hmm.
He starts like walking laps up and down like the length of it every now and then.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna say, I think Bug is pacing.
Yeah. Something else that I think that you guys would notice that I think is a really interesting thing to think about in regards to, again, kind of pacing around in this new environment in deep space, is that by the time you get there will probably be when Tarika is in the diaspora. So she would also not be on Absalom Station anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So your plan is well underway. Odessa and Ken, what do you guys think you're doing? How do you guys think you're feeling? Do you think you spend your 6 days in any particular way?
I think that Ken is trying to stay positive, trying to like stay calm. There have been like a bunch of things done to make sure that like this won't lead to trouble all around. So I think that she feels a bit at ease because she trusts everybody.
Mm-hmm.
She's a little bit gay, I think.
Yeah. And I think something that helps exemplify that is that this is technically almost like a repeat of a job you've done before.
I feel like Odessa trying to find ways to like pass the time during these 6 days might bring up a conversation idea to everyone where maybe we kind of go over the plan, like any ideas, anything to add on to it. I know we don't know the situation yet, but like going over like what we know
Mm-hmm.
and stuff like that.
Yeah, Judge will be very down for that. Would Judge have during this time have time to like check this room for any bugs or anything? Not our bug, but
Ooh.
like
Yeah,
any
there's one bug in
recording
here.
devices.
Yeah, definitely. Give me an engineering check, I think, because I think that you would find, you in particular would find the hardware before like the signal.
Mm-hmm.
But Ken, if you want to help, you can do like a computer's check if you'd like.
Ooh, that's
Yes,
a good
sir.
roll. That is a 28.
28, awesome.
My roll is a computers plus 17. That's a 25.
Awesome, those are really good rolls. So you don't find anything unusual, right? But you do notice that, and this is not anything particularly strange on like a ship with a lot of rooms. There is like an intercom system, communication kind of like interface in here. That you think is meant for when there are announcements, if there are emergencies, if you need to call someone. It's not necessarily like room service, but it's like if you're trying to flag down a flight attendant, right? And so that is there. If you would like, I think it could be very simple to kind of like with your expertise, with Ken as a hacker and you as a, no offense, a crime ma'am. You could probably set it up to where if anything could be heard from you, it would be very minimal.
Yeah. Totally. I think little tag team of Ken hacking and then Judge taking out some ion tape and just kind of like putting it on the right spot and zapping it to really like mess it up for just a little bit. Okay, yeah, let's I am more than down talking through this plan, given we got the bare bones of one, kind of.
Kind of.
Kind of. God has disappeared. We have free reign. Let's all say that we come up with a super cool plan, and they're not allowed to know because we're doing an Ocean's 11 style, where it gets revealed as we're doing it.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I thought
So,
more stuff. Sorry, I'm talking to myself. Sorry, continue.
you're good. We're definitely gonna have to walk through Bug about the layout of this place and like what we did last time because Bug is out of the loop, even though we're going to be really familiar with the pathways.
Yeah, I think in general Bug is kind of leaving this discussion mostly to y'all. Because one, y'all are familiar with it, two, Bug isn't used to doing a lot of heists.
That's fair.
They're a doctor.
Bug just like break in? Question mark?
Right?
Yeah, like break in, that's the plan. Like, huh?
I think the first thing Judge is going to bring up is like, so our biggest flaw that we're going to have to, or the biggest hurdle we're going to have to be dealing with is the fact that this is both a simultaneous public and private place. So we're going to have stretches of areas where folks are going to be walking around, and then other areas, if it's like last time, that's probably going to be fully automated.
Last time it was fine though, because if I recall correctly, we were able to get in under false pretenses, and it's not. After last time, I don't think that's going to work again.
No.
I will say, you do have like fake IDs that Tarika made for you. That was something that I didn't put in the text, but that was mentioned in the last session. She has like falsified documents for you to get in. It's just what you do after you get in.
Okay.
So there is that.
Cool. Okay, so never mind that, Dan. Because it's like a two-part of like we have to sneak into the facility, get to the ship, then hide on it before it takes off. And they're probably gonna check the cargo before they take off too. So I am a bit worried
Mm-hmm.
about trying to hide in the cargo hold, but it is a good hiding place, technically.
It, God, from the recall of the thing, is the
Yeah.
place we're going? Is it an artificial gravity or is it a station where once you leave, it's sort of artificial or like an actual planet? So like once you,
Oh
Uh,
yeah.
uh,
So,
mhm.
it is the Horseye orbital plate, so it is orbiting Avalon, right? The planet you're going to is
Okay.
Avalon, but it is a station and like shipyard almost. It's like a shipyard and R&D facility
Gotcha.
orbiting Avalon. So, it has like fully artificial gravity like Absalom does.
But once you're out of it, you're back in 0G.
Yes. So if you're on the outside of it, you are in the vacuum in 0G.
That's exactly what I wanted to know. Perfect.
Yeah. The ship you're getting on will probably also have artificial G, but that could be potentially if you wanted to do this, right? So if you guys are talking about different ideas, I know sometimes it's kind of like fun whenever like I give you like little ideas that the book considers you doing. Tarika also has like had access to like information about the project, which means that going in, you would have to probably wait until you're actually like at a stable point in flight to be able to move around, but you would be able to have access codes to be able to get into the computers without hacking them. Like you would be able to log into the computers of the ship
Okay.
if you needed to check more information or mess with their systems, that sort of thing.
So right now, the thought, one possible pathway we could have is we could possibly, if they are going to be thorough with checking the inside, there's a chance they may not be as thorough checking the outside. If we can just hitch a ride on the outside of it and get in before they even enter the drift, we would already.
Oh no, I guess we would have spacesuits.
Yeah, you would have spacesuits. I will say about the drift thing. So most things go into the drift right like in the orbit or right outside of where they left from. For them not to be able to call people from the Horseye orbital plate to help them, you would have to be a couple hours into the drift. That was part of the thing that Tarika said.
Right. Okay.
You need to
Gotcha.
hide out
So-
until you can safely knock them out and then drive the ship. You know?
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
If you
Okay.
want to be on the outside and try to get in before they go into the drift, that's cool. Just know that like if you start an altercation before then, that's whenever it's a little bit finicky by the rules of the book. We can play by ear if that's what you guys want to do, but I thought I would be
Okay.
upfront about
No,
it.
no, that's good.
I think my preference might be to be on the inside of the ship because I feel like or at least I feel like I would have a disadvantage if I was just out in space.
That's fair.
Mhm.
I think the inside's, yeah, you're probably right. The inside's going to be riskier, but at the benefit of as long as our hiding is good enough, we
Yeah.
should be able to just coast for a while.
And if anything happens, we're not really at risk of like drifting off or like being in a vacuum or anything
Mm-hmm.
Lost to time and space.
in the ever.
Judge kind of pulls out her little thief kit and is going to be like, I brought out got some old and got some new tools for this. So we got a lot of options for once we're on there that might help us get into places that we might not be typically able to. Maybe opening up cargo compartments we shouldn't be able to, or accessing rooms or labs that they may not think to check.
That's a good thing to think about.
That's actually really smart. The fuck?
I went all out with planning for this. I like heists.
Because they're fun.
right now, Judge is kind of like, if I was doing this solo, personally, what I would do is find a way into one of the other compartments that's not the cargo room. The cargo room, for typically as spacious as it is, typically is where they're going to check first for stowaways. If we are able to get past that cargo hold first and foremost, and per se get into a science lab, there's it as long as we're quiet about it, we could possibly dismantle a machine enough to get inside of it, or a part of the lab, something to for our benefit.
I really like this thought line. So, because you actually started mentioning it, I feel like it's fun to mention. Thoughts like this are really, really good because this section really rewards you trying to be critical about, like, where is high trafficked, where would you be well hidden. Being all together means that you would be safer as a group, but it would be easier to hide if you guys were separated in different areas, that sort of thing. Like, it takes into considering these kinds of things. So if you want to implement those into your plans, I have a lot of stuff on how to handle those.
Groovy.
I really like that. I think when you bring up the idea of like getting into equipment and hiding in there, I think Odessa thinks and says, I'm not sure how this would work, but if someone could help me take the grate off of one of the vents, given my size, I might be able to fit in there, and I would doubt that they would think to check the vents unless I made a lot of noise.
Yeah, no, that's a good idea. That also brings up a secondary idea. Are we going to hide all together, or should we fan out some? Because if we're hiding all together, we're going to have to pick a place that can support that. But if we are willing to take some risk and split up into teams of 2, that might increase our odds.
Yeah, I think Odessa turns to the other 2 and is like, what do you 2 think?
I think Ken thinks for a second and says, I myself am good at hiding, but Nico isn't. I would like if he could either go with me or Odessa.
I think that's a good idea.
Since he's around the same size as I am, he should be able to fit into the vents if that's what I do, and I can help him be a little bit more quiet.
She gives a nod.
I am not very good at the stealth approach.
Don't worry, we all got some good brains on our heads. I'm certain we can find a place for you.
I don't suppose they're hiring a chef or a doctor last minute.
I wonder, though, if you were able to catch one of the employees on that ship by themselves before we got on the ship.
No,
I wonder if you were able to disguise yourself enough if you could try to pass yourself off as one. That's fun.
I feel like Bug looks at Odessa and then they glitch their skin to look like a pattern before glitching it back. And I say that is the most disguising I can do. Out of character, they have a +0.
Damn it. Okay.
Judge, I'm just saying that is like, all right, as long as we can find someone with a plaid pattern, we're set.
You know, Bug, I think if you removed all of your clothing and got on the roof of the cargo hold.
Butt naked camouflage.
1 second.
Captain, you can't just ask one of your crew members to take off their clothes. That's a little.
I'm just saying, that would be good camouflage.
I forget who you assigned as HR, but that's not. I might have to report you.
Ooh, Nico's
I think
HR.
we're
I think Nico is HR, actually.
I'm sorry, Nico. Please forgive me.
Don't ask the bot raised on Twitch streaming to forgive, please.
Sentence
Nico in
to
a baby
death.
boy voice. Kill yourselves.
Now.
Guards, crease her Jordans.
My Jordan!
We could afford Jordans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking Odessa's
The
rocking
Space
fucking.
Jordans.
Odessa's rocking Jorgans.
Bought him in a
Uh,
warehouse. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah.
Judge is gonna be okay. So yeah, Odessa going with Nico to help with that. Then, kind of looking at it's like, do we? Because I'm not too worried about. I'm not the most sneaky, but she kind of pats her kit. I think I'll be able to kind of carry a lot of that. Carry a lot of my lacking with my tools here. So do we want to pair up? Do you want to pair up Bug with someone like Ken or Odessa?
Bug can't come with me if I go in the vent.
Yeah. Technically,
right.
if Odessa is taking Nico and going in the vent, that means that however you split the
That's
party
right,
will be
that's
between
right.
y'all three.
Okay.
I just realized
Yeah.
I can make my stuff a little bit better. I can make it a +10 if I use my sheath array.
Oh, very
Ooh,
good in
that's
a
really
clutch.
good.
That's awesome. That's really, really
Okay.
good. How
Okay.
how
For
often do you
disguise
get
or
that
for
back?
stealth?
For stealth.
I have. Let's see, because I have 7 uses
That's a good bit.
of my nanite surge things a day.
That's so
And
good.
for the. Yeah, and I looked this up like forever ago, and I keep looking it up just to check. I haven't seen anywhere that says that your arrays time out. I think they just stay up until like you long rest or something.
I think they stay up until you use it to do something else, is what I think it is to me.
Like activate
So-
another array.
Well,
yeah,
yeah.
So if you are just stealthing, you get to keep it the whole time.
Yeah.
That's how I would do
Okay.
it.
Okay.
Yeah, and
So I'm so sorry. Go ahead.
Okay, I was just trying to clarify that I was not thinking that I could have multiple arrays up, because that is the thing that they are very explicit about.
Oh, Slay. I didn't
Nah,
think that's what
nah.
you were saying. I was just trying to be like, this sounds right in my brain.
Okay.
What is Ken's stealth kind of looking at?
I have
Whoa.
a +12.
Okay.
It
Wow, I'm
used to
actually
be-
the lowest.
Yeah.
What are you at?
It actually used to be 21 whenever I had her spec'd to being a stealth sylph.
Man.
But now you have
And Judge is only +9.
Oh.
Oh.
I mean,
It's
9,
not-
10, 12 is all pretty decent.
Yeah, it's still
though.
good.
Like,
Yeah. Well, maybe we go something like Ken possibly using your much better stealth than mine, and Bug and I team up to find a good spot in one of the labs.
Oh.
They're coming to get you.
Please.
What the fuck?
Sorry.
You failed the heist. Step 1.
Step one. I thought you said
The
we weren't
cops
being
are already coming
followed.
for us. We haven't even started.
Well, I mean, we haven't started.
The police.
You can't arrest us. We haven't even done a crime yet.
Yeah, we're out of jurisdiction.
Entrapment.
Sorry, who was talking?
Judge was saying, do we possibly want to go Ken by yourself, and then Bug and Judge trying to find a lab or something like that we can open up and hide out in?
You could also help each other, either one of you, like try to aid to make the stealth better if
Uh-huh.
you feel like you
Mhm.
need it.
Yeah.
And then obviously if you think Ken isn't comfortable with it, that means that you guys would all have, this is another thing I wanted to bring up too, since you guys can separate, you guys can all have different strats. So if the idea is like, as an example, let's say Odessa and Nico go to like the cargo hold and then get an event, and then that helps their hiding, right? And then Judge and Bug are like trying to specifically get into like a tech place, then Ken, you could just be trying to look for the best place to interface whenever you actually have the free time to do it.
That's actually a great idea.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks,
That
bud.
way we can have Ken as a sort of roaming unit per se. Okay, it is not super concrete, but honestly, it's a really good direction to go in.
Mm-hmm.
I think now we'll just have to figure out uh uh God, we've had the misfortune for a while. How are the ventilation systems on there? Like, what type of tools we need to access those?
So, okay. I want you to roll me an engineering check, and then I'll be upfront because I had to write rules for that because I just really liked rewarding creativity for that. And then if you get a high enough thing, I'll tell you a little bit about my re-ruling for that. And I can also tell you how long
yeah.
you've had the misfortune.
Mm-hmm. Let's see my engineering. Ooh, okay. 23.
You have had the misfortune for 6 months.
Oh, hell yeah.
Okay, so 23. So, okay. There is ventilations on spaceships because life support systems are a huge critical part of spaceships. I know that sounds self-explanatory, but we haven't explored like what happens when they go down, really, right? So like they are a super big and efficient part of the ship. Because of that, there is, depending on the type of ship and depending on what kind of issues or hazards it takes into account, there can be sensors inside vents. But the biggest takeaway is that you would probably need to like unscrew or like pull them off. Vents are not hard to pull off, right? It is not hard to get inside a vent to potentially like unclog like something blocking
a jam
it,
or something,
or like that sort of thing. The issue is kind of like moving around in them. So it will be very easy to take the grate off, get inside, put the grate back on. If you're wanting to move from area to area, sometimes those vents get really small because the main thing that it pushes is not like really, it can be a lot of like temperature regulation, but that's usually individual tech inside rooms. This is to circulate oxygen, so it does not need to be very big at all compared to like air conditioning vents.
Okay.
So that's kind of like what it's going to look like if your angle is vents from what you know of starships.
Okay,
this
gotcha.
could be different. It could be a little easier, a little harder, but like from the ships that you've seen and the misfortune, that's what you're kind of looking at.
Okay. I think Judge will kind of start pulling out her toolkit and kind of looks at Odessa. Do you have a set of these tools on you?
I don't, for whatever reason.
Oh my gosh. Operative no thief tool.
That's insane. Why does the evolutionist have one?
Because you're crime.
I am crime. Judge is gonna hand over the thieves' tools to Odessa.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Wow.
I should be able to make do with most everything else I got.
That's crazy.
Have
Never
a
even looked at
question.
these before.
Question what?
No question. What are the rules again for donning armor?
So, donning and doffing armor, right? So, I believe it is 10 minutes. I will look it up again. Donning armor, Starfinder. Okay, it depends on the armor type. What level of armor do you have? Is it light armor, medium armor?
Let me check. It says light armor level 5.
Light armor level 5. It will take 4 rounds to either put on or remove, which is about 30 seconds.
Okay. Alright. In that case, because I reread my Ruthani trait that lets me do the skin mimic. It is a +10 racial bonus to the stealth on top of the other +10.
Oh yeah, get naked, dude.
Yeah, so and I do not have to be full nude for this.
Okay.
But I need to have at least 1/4 of my skin showing.
Okay, at least 1/4 of your
Okay.
skin.
I was good, damn it.
That could honestly be really doable with... I know that your shirt is normally sleeveless. If you took your shirt off, I know that's half of your skin, but I think with just no sleeves on it, I don't think that's 1/4 of all of your skin yet.
Okay.
So if you wanted to be no bodysuit underneath your pants, then I would allow that, and then you don't have to have your cheeks out.
Slay. Okay, so
Or wait, your bodysuit has because you can also take off your pants and just have your bodysuit on because you have like a
That's
one
true.
piece. I forgot. You can do that if you want.
I
Whatever you think
forgot.
looks
Okay.
cooler.
I like to imagine as the gang is talking strategy, Bug just stands up and starts taking their pants off.
Odessa gasps, like, scandalously, like,
HR.
Nico's putting hands over his eyes.
Bug goes to like stand against a wall and uses skin mimic and doesn't move for 6 seconds, and then they just fucking vanish into the wall.
Yeah.
Alright,
really
we're
did
set.
work.
Huh,
This
goddamn.
is so awesome.
I like this plan. Do that one.
Okay, well, this means, this means there's not going to be really any limitations on where you could go.
Yeah, Bug, you're now the best at this job, actually. Maybe you should be the one by yourself.
Dude,
Oh my God.
you could go into the fucking, like, pilot room if you wanted to and just be on the ceiling in there.
Stop.
You could.
Because this is a tactic that will only really be viable whenever Bug is staying still, because as soon as they take an action, which I assume includes a move action, that plus 10 goes away.
Mm,
The
yeah.
base plus 10 stays, but the bonus one.
Mm-hmm.
But as long as they get situated somewhere, I think
Yeah.
they're solid.
That's a
Yeah.
really good idea. I will bring up an idea about the gecko climbing on the ceiling. Do you have something that would let you be able to do that? Because your magnetic boots are in your armor, and your like your helmet would be in your armor, so you wouldn't be able to unless you were fully wearing your armor, you wouldn't be able to magnetic your feet to the ceiling.
I have something that could help with this.
Exciting. Is it your heels?
Oh my god.
It's my tactical pumps.
Oh my god,
Oh
you're
my
in a
God!
bodysuit with cunty heels on the ceiling!
This is one of the cuntiest heist and
This
known
is
to fucking
awesome!
use.
When you have a chance, can you please draw a bug?
You have to
with
draw Bug
their
like
fucking
this!
hips out the heels?
Bug looks like a CC sim.
Yeah!
Eyes.
Oh my god.
This is awesome. Okay.
Oh my
Bug's
god.
set. What about
Uh,
everybody else?
So, Judge gave Odessa thieves' tools?
Mhm.
Okay, awesome. I put them in my inventory.
Judge has a moment of like when like this first started, she kind of was like, big attitude, kind of like, yeah, wiping off the old thief kid. I'm gonna be back on the horse, and then seeing everyone around her like instantly like oh yeah, no, this is okay, yeah, we could totally do this without any hiccups, and she's like, wait, no, I'm supposed to do one.
Wait, I'm taking point, guys. Come on.
This is my whole shtick. God damn it. But no, she has her kit. She's ready.
Okay, nice. Awesome. So, plan is... Obviously, this might change depending on how hard it is to get on the ship, but I'm just checking at this point in time. The plan is for Odessa and Nico to go inside and get into a vent. Are you still wanting to go in the cargo hold to do that, or anywhere else?
That's probably the least risky area, because they're probably going to be focusing on takeoff, that you probably have enough time to get that vent open instead of having to worry to get somewhere else and then into a vent.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna go into the cargo hold and just get immediately into the vent. So, like, if I need to move into a different room, I can just try to do it through the vent.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, I could just stay in the cargo hold. I'll probably leave that up to what it feels like in the moment, but
100%.
get into vent through cargo hold.
Okay, awesome. And then we have Bug going in, cheeks out, high heels on, trying to get to either the cockpit or some kind of high traffic area, and then get on the ceiling, go invisible, basically. right?
Yeah, either. I think we'll start out in a low traffic area
Okay.
and see if we can do there, and then they might try to move when it's clear to get to the higher traffic areas and stealth there.
Okay, awesome. Then we will connect on exactly where that is whenever you guys actually get on the ship. Judge and Ken. I know that Ken was interested in trying to find places that are easy to interface with to hide near. Do you guys want to go together?
Yeah,
Or
we could probably stay together until we both find a good spot for each or either of us.
Yeah, I think that would be good. I will say it is humorous that the two people with low charisma are stuck together.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing. There's no talking once we get caught. This is not going to be a...
Yeah, just knock them out at that point.
We cannot talk no jutsu our way out of that one.
Yeah, we cannot talk out of every situation. I think if you guys get caught, just knock them unconscious.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Judge holds up the zip, like the ion tape and zip sticks. That's literally what this is for.
Nice.
To bind these fuckers.
Nice.
I think you two are rather charming together, but yeah,
I think,
just knock them unconscious.
We're the classic duo, Judge and Ken, water and ice, other things.
Man, I should really let you do the talking from now on.
Oh, thank you. I've gotten much better.
Not me. No.
Oh, no, man, I think you would do great.
Sweating.
I feel like Bug looks to Ken and is like, if all else fails, you can punch them.
I'm not good at punching either.
Talk with your fist, Ken.
I think there's this moment where almost because of like automatic drivers in like his like way to handle things, he just immediately goes and walks up to you and starts petting like your hip, like when you pet an anxious dog on the
Aww.
flank.
Nico does.
Yeah, you can do it.
Oh.
I'll do my job. I'm not going to do talking.
I'm just messing with you, don't worry. I just have to tease a little bit before we get into the thick of things.
She looks at Odessa, but then she sends a message through the mind brain link,
Huh.
and it's just like, don't kill her.
To me? You say that to me?
No.
Oh.
This is for Nico.
Yeah.
Nico, my son, please do not murder.
You get a
Please
little
do not
affirmative
murder.
noise, and he walks back over to Odessa.
And she gives one last pat on the head.
Odessa blissfully unaware of what's happened. Hold my hand, Nico.
Can I
He's
just?
holding
This is
hands.
very. This is that one fucking clip from Phineas and Ferb where they're talking to a guy about starting a band, and Ferb just has a pipe at the ready.
Yeah.
Phineas has to be like, no.
Hell yeah, gamers. I think that this sounds like a really good plan. Now let's see if we can get you to there.
Real.
Real. Because there's a couple things you have to do before you get to the ship, right? You guys spend about 5 more days on this ship. If there's anything that you guys want to do last minute, feel free to tell me as far as preparation wise. But if not, you guys get to Avalon at a snail's pace, it feels like. And you come up to... As you get closer, the sort of like windows that are normally like covered because of how close... Avalon is right next to the sun, if you guys don't remember. It's the first planet next to the sun. So there's a lot of brightness in this part of space, right? But sort of as you guys get closer, they sort of like let down these windows and you see there's this sort of like orbiting circular like space station around this like this like long thin line, right? It's very much like the circular part is orbiting the middle part of the station. And you get let off and into this sort of atrium with tons of other passengers. These are pretty big shuttles, full of visitors, investors, EdgeCorp employees, shareholders, coming to kind of see where their coin is going. And the sort of view of these sort of bright white hallways with gray metal accents and numerous doors that look like bay hatches and these open, really thick but like transparent aluminum windows. So you can see the dark of space on one side, the glowing orange of the Great Mother, Materas, the sun of the Pact World system, and the sort of dark but glittering surface of Avalon below you. As you can see, Avalon is like cyberpunk city. It is like huge skyscrapers and bright electric grids. You be nice to the sun. She has people in there.
There is people in there.
There's a whole town in there.
Yeah, people live in there.
Yeah. But you guys are here, and you guys have to start shuffling to get your paperwork set up. Again, this is very familiar to the three people who were here before, but to Bug, it is shiny and new and not quite claustrophobic, but I think something that you pick up very specifically is the metallic stench of corporate trappings and greed. You know? Thank you. What are you guys doing?
Before we get off, I think Judge switches to her old flight suit just to kind of not stand out as much.
Yeah, no worries.
Keeps the piercings in.
Yeah. You gotta. Who
She
doesn't
just
have
got
a little
'em. She's
bit of
not
metal in
fucking-
them these days?
Yeah, she's not giving those up.
I guess Bug is going in with the leotard and the heel fit. I think for walking around, though, they're keeping their, like, fucking doctor lab coat, like, buttoned over everything.
God, that's so
Jesus.
awesome!
The lab
This look
coat
is
and
so
heel.
good!
Cunty.
Has, like, their hair up.
I mean, yeah, that would kind of fit in sci-fi capitalistic dystopia. That's
Yeah.
good.
I love that.
Okay, Odessa and Ken, do you do anything last minute before you have to go up and scan your guys, and then you have to start maneuvering through this facility, I guess is a way to call it.
Nico can be with you until we get to the ship.
Darn it, I was hoping.
I'm gonna, just so it is noted, I am putting my armor in my little null space thing.
Slay. Good to know. Also, because, Ash, because you actually have the mod, so a cool thing about Nico, I don't know if you guys actually know this mechanically, Nico has the mod for a lifelike appearance. Like, the average person does
Ooh.
not know Nico is a drone, because he looks like a child.
That's cool as hell.
Yeah, he, like, obviously upon closer inspection, he might look like an android child, but he looks like a child, not a construct. So Nico has his own paperwork to come in. He's with his mom.
Haha.
He's with his mom. I was checking to see if Nico had something, because I thought I gave it to him, but I think I switched that out for lifelike appearance.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's totally fine. I I first made Nico and he was a little TV, he had an ability to make himself tiny.
Oh, he did, yeah, because he could do that. Oh, he can't do that now that he's bigger. I'm sorry, you're right. Because I remember when you got rid of that.
It's fine. It was a very dramatic moment. No. I think I've done all I can.
Okay. Odesser? You don't have to. I'm just checking in with you guys. I feel bad whenever I have to like.
Oh,
say
yeah,
a
no.
paragraph of text.
Yeah. I don't really think I have anything I can do, so I'm just gonna walk in with a hunk of crystal and bite marks and shit all over me as usual.
Yeah, you look like a space trucker still.
Yep.
You sure do. Awesome. You guys come up and you are scanned by the little kiosk. For people who were here before, they had like tours and stuff, and that's how you guys learned the facility. They definitely do still like offer them now, but it's sort of like in an automated capacity where it's like, oh, if you want to go on a tour at such and such time, this is where you go. This is where visitors can like have a like a cafeteria, a little mess hall, this and that and the other. But you know where to go. You can very easily just start walking and find it.
Oh yeah, I
Nice.
don't see any reason why we don't start moving out.
Yeah. You guys, as a unit, start kind of maneuvering through these hallways, and Bug, since this is your first time here, it is that sort of feeling of like corporate offices and like research bays is like more and more prevalent in these side hallways because like they look nice, right? But there's not really like decorations. They're kind of only broke up by the occasional huge like metal like bulwark bay doors, and sometimes windows. And they all look so similar. And so it looks very clean and very cool and very chic, but it is very much like, the only thing of note here is that people work here. You know what I mean? But you can very easily, as a group, go, past where you got the misfortune. A little bit farther into that same sort of section of the orbital plate that specifically had Edge Corp's name on it. And you kind of find the bay that you were kind of like pointed to when you were talking to Tarika for this job. 1 second. Yeah, you don't
Scared.
have to have any rolls to find this door. And you don't even have to really roll stealth because you know, like, how to get here. But kind of as you slip in through the first one, you kind of hear this sound of, like, scraping machinery. And it's very quiet. It's not, like, loud. It's not, like, tearing. But it's kind of like the sound of, like, metal on metal very rhythmically. And Judge and Ken, actually, you both are very familiar with this sound, because it is the sound of Anasite sentries that you both have kind of dealt with a lot in your prime. They sound like they're just out of sight, but they sound like they actually might be getting closer to your current location. So there's no subtle way to ask this. How do you want to proceed? Now that you are in the part that has sentries.
Well, I could just ruin everyone's day here and turn on the signal jam. I mean, it's a little too chaotic as a start.
Little bit. Just a little bit.
Well, last time we got here, because we're at the door, right? The door into the bay.
Yeah.
Yes, you just got through the door into like the start of this section, and you have to kind of like go towards where this sound is or past where this sound is to get farther into the area to potentially get to like the actual docking bay of the ship. Is kind of like the vibe.
Okay. Well, last time we were here, we didn't really have to worry about folks finding us. That place was kind of a ghost town. So hopefully, well, minus the security.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's an andesite that fucking got your ass back then.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still want around too.
Oh yeah, the monitor, you're right.
So we can try some stealth right now if you think that would probably be good. I mean, we know the layout as long as we keep to the side walls and ignore all the tech.
I kind of-
Hopefully, Mhm.
Yeah, I kind of think that's for the best because if we can avoid a confrontation and drawing attention to ourselves before we actually get on the ship, I think that might be for the best.
Yeah,
Okay.
let's go for it.
Did you say it was stealth? You're trying to just stealth past it so they don't notice you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Then everybody, I need a stealth check.
Does anyone want me to try to help them?
I would not say no to some help.
Swag.
What about Nico? Does Nico need the help more?
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh,
Nico's bad at stealth.
Yeah, actually, help Nico. Help Nico. I'll just try to
Okay.
be good.
Panini,
I can
I'm.
help you.
Oh
Thank
wow. So I know I roll like a stealth check, right? And then
Yeah.
if I succeed, is it just a +2? Is that how it works?
Yes.
I'm going
Um,
to roll.
Bug, you made a noise.
Yes, I have a question.
Yeah, yes.
If Bug is like going slower and trying to like whenever they think a sentry is coming near or about to look at them, they stand still. Can I add the skin mimic to this?
I will hear that and raise you. You can add the skin mimic if you are staying still and waiting for them to pass you before moving.
Okay.
So that is something that you can do, especially in this section. But I think that's how I would word, like actually like do that here. Maybe on the ship we can talk about if you're gonna try to take maybe like a bit of a bonus for moving slowly, but not the full bonus. But for now, you can just wait and see if they pass you.
Okay, this is what I meant. I should have been clear. I meant slower as in Bug takes longer than the others because they keep stopping.
Oh, no. I meant, like, if you want to use it, you could get, like, a bonus from it, but not the full bonus. Because you would be moving, so it wouldn't be static.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
That's what I meant.
I get you.
Yeah. And we can talk about that on the ship if you need it.
For God, I got a 31.
31, okay, slay.
I also rolled the 26 to aid Nico.
Okay, yes, Nico gets an aid. Was the 31 for aiding Judge?
Yes, I got a 31 for 8.
Okay, then, Judge, you get the +2. Now, both Odessa and Ken, you have to roll your real stealth checks.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, good. Because oh my god.
I got a 22.
I also got a 22.
Oh my god.
48.
Okay, awesome. Okay, awesome. Okay, swag. Some of you barely made that, I'm gonna be honest with you.
Was it my 38 that barely made it?
Yeah.
Oh, we're fine.
It's a success, but not a critical.
Oh, damn it.
Just some Paizo humor for you at home. Okay, awesome. You guys kind of like all kind of like take position to see if you can wait for like this sort of like movement, this like patrol they might be doing to move past, and it actually does. They go to kind of like move through the door you were just in front of, through the bay that you were in, before turning down a little side hallway with a little door to continue like making that same sort of scraping metal noise. At a pretty quick pace, you imagine from their pace, it could be anywhere from like 5 to 20 minutes before they get back to this point. But you don't really know how fast they'll get around because you don't know how big their circuit is.
So we feel pretty good so far.
I think on average we're doing pretty well.
Okay,
Yeah.
I think so. I hope so.
I hope so. Then
That
I
would
think
be
we better
scary.
get a move on before they come back.
yeah,
Yeah.
I say we book it.
Okay.
Tap, 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 tap.
Tap 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 tap. Okay, you guys. Don't worry. I'm not counting that as running. Because I'm nice. But you guys kind of go up into this bay that they just vacated, hoping to beat them out before they come back around, and you see the windfall. 1 second, I'm gonna change the music because it's been the same music for a little bit. And now you guys are in kind of the more intensive part of the heist.
Nice.
But you come into this bay and you see the Windfall, right? Which is the class of ship, like how your Misfortune is a sledgehammer class. These are all called the Windfall like class. And you see that it's this sort of like really garish, like gold and red ship. And it almost looks like it has like this shape that has like wings off the sides of it. And on the side of it has this sort of like engraved name, the Golden Thread. But you see that it is open, actually. It has its little ramp down to the back of the ship, which could either lead to like an airlock or a cargo hold. But yeah. What are you guys doing?
And there's no one near us at this moment.
You do not see anyone or hear anyone in here.
Okay. I think Judge kind of like part sign and also just whisper tones is just gonna go. Whoever's our stealthiest right now should just go and check and make sure we're not walking up into someone.
Me.
Oh,
Yeah. Oh, that's all.
Odesser!
Okay, yeah, do you want me to check around the ship, or do you want me to go inside and check?
We can look around if you want to check the inside of that airlock and make sure no one's right there.
I will do that. I'm gonna roll stealth.
Okay, give me your stealth. If everybody wants to up a stealth while they're walking around, Bug, if you're just doing a perception check, you can do your full big stealth bonus. Yeah,
I'm just gonna do perception.
swag.
Hell yeah, thank God.
Look at with my big ol' eyes.
You two got big bug eyes.
It's not the best, but it's good.
Okay, swag.
Oh, I should have helped you.
Swag. Awesome. Odessa, Judge, and Ken also get me a perception.
Buggy.
Yes.
As Judge and Ken, you start kind of like sneaking around this docking bay to just kind of check under the ship or check in like the little crevices. Bug, you kind of doing like this sort of like stand up really tall and just scan around. And then Odessa, you are going to very quickly kind of hustle up this ramp into the airlock. Awesome. Okay, cool. So for the people outside of the ship, you notice that there is sort of no people or machinery moving in here. It seems like most things are turned off. Whether it's because this ship is fully serviced, already serviced, if it's freshly done, you don't really know the exact specifics of it, but it is very still in here, right? Bug, you notice as you're kind of looking around, and it kind of tucked off to the side, and you imagine it was meant to not be near the ship so that you wouldn't have to move it later. It's actually a table with like a little gift basket, kind of hand tied with this like bright gold ribbon. But you would have to go up closer to see exactly what was in it, or you could go up and grab it. It depends on what you want to do with it. And then Odessa, you kind of go into the airlock. Do you just go into the airlock, or do you try to go past the airlock? Like, what exactly do you think is your vibe now that you're in here?
I'm gonna start by going into the airlock, but I think if there's no one immediately in there that I can see when I'm like heading up, I think I'm gonna go a little bit further into the next room because I'm just trying to immediately like scope out if anyone is right there, you know?
Yeah, definitely, definitely. You come up into the airlock and there is no one in here, and it's actually pretty small. I would actually say that it only seems like it can fit maybe like 4 to 5 people side by side from one end to the other. So you'd very easily be able to see if there was anybody in here or anything in here.
Okay. Then do I hear anything from like the next room?
Let me look at your perception check really quick.
That's a good question.
No, you do not.
Hmm.
There is... It's not a sound that you hear, but I think something that, like, is really noticeable as a ship captain is that there's no sound coming outside because nothing in this bay is moving, right? There is also no sound coming in from, like, that you can hear from inside the ship, and you don't even hear, like... You can hear the thrum of electricity, but you can't hear, like, the engine. So it is very quiet. You don't know if this ship has been, like, turned on yet, you think. Even.
I don't like that more for some reason.
Yeah,
I can't hear anything.
There's this
Really
description that sticks out in my head, and I'm sorry if this sounds ominous. It's like quiet as the grave. It's quiet as the vacuum right now.
I'm gonna like huddle in the airlock for a second, and I'm gonna send off a quick text in our like in the misfortune group chat, and I'm basically asking, there's no one in here, and I don't hear anything from the other room. Should I scope it out?
Judge will reply, we should probably all start moving there, but if you're going to scope it out, bring at least one other person with you just in case.
This brings up a really interesting point. How long are you going to have Odessa scope it out before you guys go in the ship? That is a very important answer for me to
That's a good
know.
question.
Because it's now been a little bit. It's been a couple minutes now.
Okay, then if it's been a few minutes, I think Judge is leaning towards then we should all start moving into position.
That was why I asked, because I was like, I could try to scope it out really quick, or because it's not immediately dangerous, we could all just try to move in so we don't have the risk of being found.
Yeah,
What do you
let's
want to
try.
do about the gift basket, though, before we all go up here?
I don't trust that shit. I feel like we're gonna pick it up and it's gonna set off an alarm or something.
Listen, Judge wants it, but she's going against her. She's going against her better judgment.
Did it have a name or anything on it?
You did not see from where you were standing, Bug. You'd have to go up to it.
I'll take a little step over. I'll take a gander.
Okay,
A little
awesome.
gander, a
One
little
Take a
second.
look. gander.
It is addressed. It does have something written on it, but I have to find it, so give me a second. I didn't think you guys would go for it. I thought you guys would be scared.
I mean, I am scared, but I'm also curious.
Yeah, I was gonna say, who's to say we're not scared, actually?
I just
Morbid curiosity.
I asked because if it's what I think it is and it's a certain name on there, I just think that would be really bad.
There's no name that we don't want to see. It'll be fine.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah.
I can think of someone's sister right now.
Someone has a sister?
Oh my god.
I'm gonna kill
Who
you.
knows?
No, it's like, you don't got family?
Okay, awesome. Okay, so, I have more information on this. It wouldn't really have, like, a card with a name on it, but it would have a card with writing on it. So you could get a little closer and, like, read the writing, and I could give you the whole text that's on it, but it's not like you'll see, like, somebody's name on the outside of it.
I'll read the writing.
Okay, awesome.
I'm
I'll write it
nosy.
out for you.
Hmm. I already knew that I wasn't gonna like the vibes of this place, but when we came in here and it was like, it's quiet and there's no one in here, and I'm like, I don't
Gift
like this
basket.
because it's going
I don't
to
like-
gift basket. I like it's just going too well, and that never means anything good for us. So.
I know!
Come on, don't be so negative, Nancy's.
You also commented that in the channel earlier. You're like, yeah, we're gonna get money because that's always how it works, right?
Listen, you are correct.
Oh. Oh.
Oh.
Oh.
It fucking says, to my orphan child who I adore so much in it.
Snapping a quick pic won't make like
Oh.
a shutter sound go off, right?
Oh,
Should
shouldn't.
you?
This is a Japan law, right?
Oh yeah, no, you can definitely do that.
Alright. Bug's just gonna quickly snap a pic and like send it to the group chat.
Ooh, I'm
Okay,
scared.
I'll send it in here. I'll put it somewhere later if you guys don't finish this section in one go.
Can
I
I-
need to stop reading from the bottom.
There is a typo in there. Be nice to me.
Am I able to see what is in the basket?
Yeah, actually, so you can actually see that there is some really interesting items in here. So I feel like, okay. Starfinder is a very specific kind of science fantasy where it's like not like there are certain things that are hard to come by because of the wide variety of like tech on different planets, but sometimes for people like y'all it is weird to see certain items. So you are seeing like paper books, CD discs, like physical media that would be
Oh.
generally more expensive than just giving data to someone.
Interesting.
You see that there are paperback books, there's some CD discs, there is kind of like a metal box, a really long and skinny metal box that's kind of like wrapped with a bow, but you can't see what is inside it. And then I think that there would also be... you know those kind... You know like Ferrero Rocher boxes where it has like the clear front of it?
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like a box like that, but instead of like chocolates or food in it, there are like multicolored crystals.
Ooh.
But I can't really tell you exactly like what they are unless you like opened it. You know what I mean? But you can kind of see a little bit of like what's in there.
Interesting.
All right. Mike's gonna make the way to the ship.
Okay, you guys are gonna come on the ship now. You guys meet in the really tiny airlock. Do you guys go into the ship past the airlock?
I think we start moving in, yeah?
Yeah, I think we gotta.
Okay.
Oh.
I want everybody to give me a new perception check.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
There's a death laser system.
That's not very good.
That would be a little fun. Okay, awesome.
Let it funny.
Of
That's
all
not
of you,
slightly
the
wrong.
only person who notices this is Judge, and you don't know.
real.
You don't know if it is your paranoia. You don't know if your hackles are raised, or you don't know if it's just an instinct that you have been taking too much time. But it feels like when you hear the airlock door kind of make the little swoosh noise to close behind you, you hear another door open behind you in the docking bay.
Ah.
A bunch of things happen very quickly. Everybody needs to get in the foundry.
I'm
Oh,
already
God.
here.
Oh fuck.
I'm nowhere near the foundry.
Yeah, let me get in there.
I'm running.
Oh, God.
Wait a minute, this is Bloodlord's foundry. I'm leaving him out there.
You wouldn't be able to get in anyway. I gave the remote to Panini.
Listen.
Thank you for the remote, by the way.
Darkness imprisoning me. All that I see.
All I see.
Okay, awesome. Everybody is in here. So, a couple things are going to happen really quickly before I switch over the map. Wait, Sarah, No, Sarah, you are in here. Okay, Slay.
Yes, I think I
Right.
am loading still.
Okay, that's fine then. What's up, Molly?
It says there's no token that you can visibly see. Is that just because the map isn't pulled up?
Oh, wait, no, it's because I had to redo everybody's stuff. Give me a second. Everybody's gonna go blind for a second. Bonk. Bonk.
I'm blind.
Bonk. Bonk. Okay, can you see now?
There's no token in the scene which gives you visibility of the area.
Oh, now? Sorry, it's because I had to change everybody's stuff. So give me just 1 second.
Mine says you cannot switch scenes until resources finish loading for your current view.
Rip. That sucks. Okay, I have to really quickly give you guys user management again. Which is fine.
You know how like 10 minutes ago, Molly, when you're like, how's everyone feeling? And we're like, pretty good. If you were to ask me again now, I would say pretty bad.
Pretty worried.
Like,
Pretty stressed. Pretty stretched out.
we're in danger.
Yes, we're in danger.
The danger zone.
That danger zone. Configure ownership. Okay, Ash, you have Ken, which is awesome. Configure ownership.
Yes, I have Ken and Nico.
Sarah, owner. 1 second. Configure ownership. Mackenzie. Okay, everybody should be able to see on the misfortune if you are on the misfortune.
I am on the misfortune.
Can you see?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I can also see. Yeah.
Okay,
I
good.
can see.
You can see?
I can see. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Can Sarah see?
Sarah's
I'm going to try refreshing.
That's okay.
I went to a different map tab and clicked back over, and then it worked.
Oh, swag.
It won't let me switch.
Yeah, Sarah was
I-
loading.
Player information. Yes, save player configuration. And then it has the misfortune highlighted like I'm on there, but my little letter isn't on there.
Yeah, I'm noticing that also. Which is strange because you have ownership of Bug.
Let me try it in Google.
I'm sorry, King.
My computer hated me opening that.
Oh, I'm so sorry, King. If we have to, somebody can stream the map for you. I would just also like you to be able to move your own guy around because it feels fun. While this is loading, does everybody want to know about the funky rolls I need you to do?
Oh God, sure.
Okay,
Why
so
not?
you have 3 options, and each person can pick a different option. Nico also has to do one. Okay? You can either give me an engineering check, a perception check, or a stealth check. For the purposes of this bug, standing still would give you the full bonus.
Still, please.
Okay. Everybody make sure to write down what role you are doing and what the role is, because I am explaining to you what is happening. You have heard people getting close to your ship. You can now hear talking outside of the ship, which means that you are now scrambling to either notice a place to hide, use your knowledge of like ships in general to guesstimate a place to hide, or you are trying to stealth so they can pass you by to buy you time to then find a place to hide, because it is happening
Got it.
rapidly.
I don't suppose I'd have time to activate the tactical pumps.
I'll let you do it.
Yippee! Okay. Bug will activate the pumps and is gonna try moving up the wall and then pop in a squat.
Okay. Let me look at tactile pumps.
It says that it takes a move action, so this would, in combat terms, that would be 2 rounds.
Yes.
So if there's a penalty for that.
No, I don't think so. Okay, cool. I thought that I understood that it was basically like mag boots. I just wanted to check. Okay, awesome.
Okay.
Yeah, so you can do that. Give me your stealth check. Because everybody's moving right now because you are ducking and trying to get the fuck away from this door. Okay, awesome. Stealth 31, Engineering 28, Engineering 28, Stealth 35. Okay, awesome. I am going to move you to the places that you would have had time to and thought of to put yourself. I cannot confirm to you if they are well hidden or not. But whenever I click you onto this map, you will be in specific locations.
Hell yeah.
Ash, where did you go?
Hmm?
Now you're not on the Misfortune ship.
I am.
It does not say A is there.
But I'm
Letters
It is?
keep disappearing.
Does say you're gone.
but I'm wiggling Ken.
Not on.
You are wiggling, Kim.
Are you?
Yeah. Oh, there
Oh,
they are.
what the fuck?
Yeah, that's the G.
Yeah.
Okay, well. No, the G is me.
Map's haunted.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm the
the
game
G is
master.
gone.
Map's haunted.
Maps on?
It's because I went to go see if you were moving it. Anyways, I'm putting you places. When you come over here, you will see where you're at.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
Okay. What was Nico's stealth or engineering or perception?
I forgot to roll for my boy. My boy!
I forgot your boy.
Can't do computers, huh?
No, cannot.
Well,
Do I have time to help him?
I'll say no.
Okay.
stealth perception, self perception, engineering.
Yes.
That would be a 10.
Okay.
Everyone say bye, Nico.
Everybody say bye, Nico.
No, it might not be by Nico. Sorry, this is so fun getting to place you guys. Okay. Okay. Okay, awesome. You guys are going to be moved in a particular spot on this map. Whenever you guys are moving around, you will be able to see this whole map. I could not make walls work. But you will figure out the layout of this area pretty quickly, so I don't mind it.
Okay, I'm scared.
So a couple things happened very quickly. Because you, Ken, are on a mad scramble for where you know a ship like this has to have the engine somewhere in the middle, right? Ah, are you jorking?
Also cannot see.
What the heck?
I can't see.
How can you see and no one else can see?
Oh, there we go.
Okay,
I cannot see.
what this shit? Okay, well I'm getting it, guys. Yeah.
He looks like a little guy.
Yeah, it does. Okay. Anyway, things are happening. Let me narrate them.
Sorry.
It's okay. Okay. A couple things happen very quickly. Ken, you are on a mad scramble to find where this engine is. And on a ship like this, it has to be somewhere in the center because of the size and the shape of it. Otherwise, there would not be enough power to really, like, not lean heavily on one side, right? And so you scramble through these hallways and you duck into the first room that you find, and that is it. You're right on the money. And so you go and you find this spot kind of like behind some of the apparati for checking thrusters. You're basically like in the spot. You know how when you see car mechanics like use that little wheelie thing to go under the car?
Mhm.
You're basically doing that, but you are staying there, right?
Yippee.
You are not aware of how well your hide is, right? Judge, you are also using your engineering knowledge, and you know that this ship is built like a jackass. These wings off the side can't be anything important, and you were the first one to be like, I want to be in the cargo hold. And so you pick the first door you find slightly to your right, and you run, and you see another door past it, and you run. And you get to the very corner of the back wingtip in a cargo hold, ducked behind some boxes. Later, if you would like to spend more time to put yourself in a box, you can, but for now, this is all the time you have.
Mhm.
Bug, you don't quite know if you'll get anywhere in time. And so you are just trying to buy yourself time. You tie your jacket around your waist, you turn on your pumps, and you start climbing, and then you stop. You don't even really move from where you were right next to the airlock because you are trying to do this so efficiently, as you can kind of feel that feeling on your skin, knowing that the little receptors in the coloration under it are moving, and you just have to hope that it is enough. Odessa and Nico have a really interesting sequence of events, right? Where I feel like, Odessa, you were one of the first people to run full in, like, I don't want to say like heist because that's what you're doing, but like full SWAT team, mid squat, like fast stepping along the corner, trying to get past this wall to try to find a little side panel to hide in, right?
Mhm.
Nico, I feel like, goes to run after you, and his programming, while it's not simple programming, right? But you also know that Nico is not always the most fine-tuned machine. And so you see him kind of go to like toddle and run behind you, very childlike in the way that his programming works. And there's this second where he seems to almost freeze and then jolt. And he turns to look in the direction that you went and starts sprinting. And he goes behind you and manages to duck into the same cargo hold that you're in. And while you're going to like try to unscrew this vent, you see that Nico goes to put his like metal fingers underneath the vent and just pop it down, screws and all, for you guys both to scrabble inside. You guys will have to hold it closed for now, but you will be in there.
Okay.
Slay.
I get Nico up in there first, and then I go up after him.
Okay, awesome. You go up in there and you start holding the grate, and you all hear this ship that was silent as a grave, silent as the vacuum, fill with the noise of people who don't have to worry about being overheard. While you guys are stealthing and hiding and holding your breath, and we're trying to move so quietly, you can hear the stomp of heavy boots, and you can hear laughing. But the people who can see it the most is Bug, right here, because you will actually get visual on this crew that comes in. You see a group of 4. You see a middle-aged human woman. You see a sort of young but salt and pepper colored noir, which is a minotaur, basically. You see a scrawny Lashunta man. And then you see a chromed out android. seems to be androgynous in nature. And they are walking in talking like great friends. You see that the Lashunta man is the one holding kind of the little gift basket, and you can kind of pick up snippets of conversation, like let's get this off so we can try out the new Trivid engine they said that they put in. I can't wait to set up, a little spot in one of the cargo holds, this, that, and the other. But it's not really, like, specific enough for you to pick up, like, any specific information as they go to, like, walk up this central hallway up to where you assume the cockpit is. And something that all of you would have noticed as you ran from this central hallway is that there is no door between the central hallway and the cockpit.
Yeah.
It is, in fact, open.
Oh, that sucks.
Okay, awesome. That was a lot of me talking. It will probably take them an hour or two to even get settled in to lift off. Because, Judge, that's how long it takes to lift off, right?
Mm-hmm.
What are you guys doing? How are you guys feeling?
Panicking.
Yeah.
I'm in the engineering. Is it possible for me to... Can I get a little hacky in here?
I remember telling you, yes, you can. If you want to try to do it now, you don't have to do a roll, but the thing is that, like, by the book, it is safer to wait until you are up in the air. If you are willing to risk it, you can do it now while they're kind of getting situated, because you don't know why they would need to come to engineering the minute stepping on this ship. I will allow it. I just want you to know that there is a risk to it, because you would not be able to do it from your hiding spot. But I would love for you to do that if you want to.
Let's have other people give their ideas first.
Okay, awesome.
I think Judge is going to send a text. Basically, just send a text of, I haven't heard any commotion yet, so I'm assuming everyone's hiding is a success so far. To whoever can respond right now.
I will.
think-
Sorry, go ahead.
No,
I was gonna say I'm gonna be nice. Because you are not in this central hallway, if you feel like you are willing to risk the couple seconds of being visible, the only part that's connected to the ceiling that you're on is your pumps. You could move just to text and then immediately go back to being still and hope that that's a small enough gap for it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think Bug is gonna wait until they hear the group farther away into the cockpit. I don't think they're gonna move from their spot. I think they're gonna stay around this corridor.
Okay.
And then they will go ahead and text back and say, like, all clear. And then they're just gonna text a description of the people.
Nice.
Nice.
What was the third one again? There's an android, a Lashunta, and
a
Clowned
noir,
out android. Oh yeah.
And
which is a
human
minotaur,
wolf.
okay.
basically. 1 second, actually, because if you're giving a description of them, I'm actually going to place them in the cockpit. You don't know if that's going to be where they are whenever you start moving around. This is going to be really hypothetical and a lot of moving pieces, but I will make their like tokens visible so you can see what they look like, because they have full art.
Wow.
This is like old school stealth games wherever you spot an enemy, but they leave your line of sight, but you know where they were, kind of thing.
Yeah, this is very also like Persona 5.
Ooh.
Ooh, hello, ma'am.
Oh.
Ooh.
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 Oh,
Pretending I don't know the name.
Yeah, pretend you don't know the name. But even if I show it, it's not gonna give you anything away too bad.
Yeah.
Is that woman is she humanoid or
That's
or
a human.
Okay.
Middle-aged human.
Yeah, she is a middle-aged human specifically. That is gray hair.
I think with Odessa using one of her hands to still hold the grate closed, I think she's actually going to, like, kind of pass her comm unit like over to Nico so he can send the message for her.
Oh, nice. Okay, Nico is texting. This is Nico. We're in the vent.
Judge replies with thumbs up emoji.
I also actually think that Nico would give specifically information in the vent on the left wing.
Okay. Judge will share that she is in the storage on the bottom right wing.
Nice. Could I also try to spend this time to like put the grate back on?
Yeah. Give me just an engineering check, and then you can use your tools to get it done.
I have a question,
Yeah.
Ashton.
Oh.
What is Nico's engineering?
Technically,
Technically?
it's 0.
Oh,
Yeah,
then
because
never
Nico's getting
mind.
computers.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just thought I'd check.
No, it's okay.
Oh.
This is just how the stats on drones are weird, and they don't have like filled out stats. It's that they're
Yeah.
really good at like specific things. They don't.
Yeah.
That makes sense. It's
It's
kind of
like
like
how-
that's how like companions work in Pathfinder. So
Yeah, I was about to say that's how Solnishka works. Solnishka only has like 3 skills.
I got a
Uh,
22 on that.
Okay.
The thief, if you use the thieves tools, they do give you a +4
Oh
bonus.
right. Hold on then. Yeah.
Or
Well,
you
actually,
don't, or
that's-
actually, you don't take the -2 penalty to
Well,
Wait.
if
'Cause
you don't have
that's
the
for
kit.
locks.
yeah, she's not unlocking anything. She's screwing back on.
Oh, my apologies. I thought you were opening
you're
it.
good,
My
you're
bad, my
good.
No, Nico, pop that shit open.
Yeah.
bad. Hell yeah.
Okay, so what was the number again? 28?
22.
22, Slay. Yeah, you managed to do it, and it's a little bit scary. It's a little bit rickety. But your hands are kind of small enough that you're able to kind of stick your little tool out and start like screwing them back in. It is a little bit difficult because whenever Nico grabbed it, it actually kind of like fucked some of the screws. But you're able to get it in decent, and as long as they're not gonna rattle it, you don't have to hold it.
Okay. Cool.
Okay. Ken, did you want to hack?
I was thinking, so I should ask first. I wanted to hack, and my immediate thought was to like wait for a minute and then set off basically set off their oh god, what's it called? Like a fire alarm, but like nitrous oxide or whatever, like set off like a oops, poison. Oh, poison in the air. You should leave.
Do you want to do that while they're still docked? Is that like the goal?
Yeah,
Because the plan is to wait until they get into the drift so you can take them out and then nobody will come help them.
hmm
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can go off book. I'm just telling you that that's like what was talked about earlier.
Then no. I will
That
stay
is-
sat.
Okay, that is a good idea though, because I will tell you that if you want to make diversions like that while you guys are sneaking around this ship, you definitely can. You just probably want to wait a minute before kicking up a fuss.
I just think this fucking ship is haunted.
Ship's haunted. Cock's gun.
Ship
you know what I mean? These damn electrovores.
They're in the walls.
They're in the fucking walls. You're literally in the vents. I don't want to hear that from you.
Start shooting at the fucking wall.
Okay, awesome. Everybody, I'm gonna call for like a little bit of a break. And I'm gonna pause for like bio break and stuff like that. And we're back. Awesome. All right. I'm gonna add. Wait, where am I at on the calendar? Okay, there we go. We're gonna fast forward a couple hours. And I'm gonna touch base. What is everybody kind of doing in this interim of the couple hours they're getting ready to take off? Because you guys can just stay in your positions that whole time. Or if you feel like you want to move to a different place, you can. You can wait longer to do so. Like walk me through y'all's plan now that you're in position. Because now is whenever time is just going to start moving regardless, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I feel like... Okay, because once they get into drift, I feel like that's when they're more likely to just be going around the ship chilling.
Yeah.
Or doing whatever they're gonna do. So I think Bug will try to move before drift begin.
Mhm. Super fair.
I think Judge is gonna try and double down on the location she's at currently,
Okay.
because it doesn't really go. It's not the exact plan they had. Actually, for what's in this cargo hold specifically?
What's in the cargo hold you're in? Yeah, so let me check really quick. They have notes on all of them.
Oh.
You are in... You're in 2A. 2A has... Okay, so the one that you're in has some crates. They're kind of like, you know, your average rusted metal crates, but it's not very populated. It is a bit smaller with more awkward shape, and it is kind of out of the way. So you don't know if that says anything in particular about what kind of cargo is in here, but there isn't a lot where you are at specifically.
Okay.
Yeah.
Any chance I could possibly are these like latched down and locked, or can I like push the lid open?
I feel like they would probably be secured the same exact way that because like freighters and stuff, like I feel like it would be packaged the same way that like USPS or like FedEx would do stuff. So it is sealed. You would have to pop the seal to look in. Will you be able to replicate the seal after you're done? Who knows?
Right.
That
okay.
would be up to like maybe a roll, I think.
Okay, I think Judge is gonna kind of wait a little bit and see what everyone else is doing, as she's just kind of like sitting down back to one of the walls, just bored out of her mind.
The time passing is the part that sucks the most. I agree. Okay. what
Oh,
about
Desi, you're gonna have a
evidence?
crick in your neck. You're gonna be fucking laying in a vent this entire
Yeah.
time.
Does Nico know ASL?
Yes.
Yes, actually.
Odessa
Fabulous.
is gonna turn to him and sign. It's kind of cramped in here, isn't it?
I think Nico's science back. There is 2 of us.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like there's like that back and forth of like signing the yeah sign, which is just the up and down fist, and it's just like yeah.
yeah. Can I ask, does this vent, like, if I follow this vent, would I technically be able to access like the rest of the ship this way?
So I mentioned vents earlier, right? And that it can really depend on ship to ship, but since it is mostly carrying oxygen and not like blowing like AC or anything, they can sometimes be bigger and sometimes be a lot smaller, right? But usually the grates that you're in are bigger to allow for like fixing if there are blockages. You would have to try to see if it would lead you anywhere or if you would be able to crawl through them. And that's like the caveat of letting you guys go through vents, is that it's unreliable.
Okay. Because I like kind of was gonna try to see if I could maybe get into like a closer position to like drop down, but also I'm scared about actually moving because this was a pretty good position on its own.
It's really up to whatever you want to do. You're in a cargo bay. Do you want to know what's in your cargo bay?
Oh yes, please.
Yeah, so you have, in yours, you're in 2F. You are, there's also crates in this one, but the thing that is of note is that yours in particular has kind of like a big one. I don't want to say it's like the size of a shed, but it's like maybe like if a box was like the size of like 2 porta potties put together. Does that make sense? That's a really crass way to describe
Yeah.
it, but it's like tall and only like a little wide. But it's like big enough for maybe like 2 people standing up could stand inside the box, but you don't know what's in there.
Oh,
I
that's
was gonna
scary.
say
Okay.
it's kind of an accurate. It might be crass. It is an accurate way to describe how cramped it is in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna stay in here, but
Uh-huh.
I kind of want us both to get away from the grate.
Okay.
So if they look up at it, they're not immediately like, what the fuck?
That's fair. I was thinking the grate was connected to the ground. So like you're near foot level. Not ceiling level.
I do like the visual of them walking in and looking down, and they just see 2 peepers looking through.
Yeah, they're like, hello.
Hey y'all. Yeah, you can scoot back a little bit. I want you both to give me a stealth.
Damn it.
You can help Nico if
Okay.
you want.
I'm gonna help Nico.
He's little.
He is little. That's a 34.
Okay, yeah, +2 to Nico's roll. Ash, you can roll for Nico.
Roll for Nico.
Let's do Nico. Go. 7.
Mmm, delicious.
Mmm. 35.
Okay, Swag. So you start kind of like zhuzhing Nico backwards, and you're not quite at the part of the vent where you would need to try to go up, right? Because right now it's along the ground, and it goes up farther back in, right? But you kind of hear. I almost want to say it's like basketball sneaker noises, as like his skates, like his heelys, like keep thunking against the metal. But you're quiet as a church mouse. If anything noticed, you can't tell from where you're at.
Odessa just tries to turn as much as she can and just gives a thumbs up.
No.
What?
I thought I heard you rolling.
Oh no, I'm me putting my drink down. I could be though if you want me to.
I'm good.
I just
I'm good
said
if you
no.
don't.
Okay. Ken and Bug, do you want to do anything in this kind of interim as they kind of go to take off right before they go into the drift? I remember, Bug, you said you wanted to move to a little bit of a better area, at least before they start walking around.
Yes.
Okay.
I think first thing they're gonna do.
Yeah.
Crawl.
Okay.
Stand still for 6 seconds, and then they're gonna like peek their head around the corner.
Slay, you see, because we're not in drift yet, you can kind of see that they all, or at least most of them, seem to be up here still. And then you
Okay.
can kind of see this long hallway with a bunch of doors, and then this intersection of doorways.
Bug doesn't know what's in those rooms, even though I do.
Yeah, sorry. You know that they are rooms because they have doors. You do not know what they are. And technically, visually, I don't know if you could guess a ton of them. You know what I mean? Oh wait, no. Don't look at the key up top. Leave me alone.
I do not perceive it. I
Thank
do
you.
not have
I
eyeballs
love
in that
you.
area. Okay. Okay. Bug is gonna scuttle on the ceiling like a spider
Okay.
to get here.
Okay, awesome.
Okay.
Give me
Look at
a stealth check.
Okay.
It will have
I'm
your
assuming without.
Yeah, it'll have your sheath ray, but not your standstill one.
Yeah. Okay.
At least for now. We'll see how well you do. You might not need it.
Oh! 27!
27, hell yeah, you are scuttling around on the ceiling. trying to not have your mag pumps at all make any noise. And you kind of go to the side where you don't have visual on them anymore. And so now you're in kind of this hallway that has three doors, one in front of you and two on the side.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. I think because Bug could see the door that was over here on this side, right?
Yes.
Okay. Bug is gonna try and go through this door right here.
Okay. You can kind of easily do it. There is a quiet, like, shunk noise as it opens and closes, which is a little concerning, right? But you scuttle in, and you are in a room that looks like actually like a mess hall with an attached galley. So that's what that room over there is. There is full visual between both of them, because even though there's this like wall, like there's no door, so it's an open door, so they can, so like you can hear from both sides, but you can't always see from both sides. Is kind of like the situation in this room.
Okay. Bug is going to crouch on the ceiling in the corner.
Okay.
It's going to stay there for a bit.
Okay.
See if anybody decides to investigate if they heard the little shoop.
Ooh, give me a perception check for that one. That's fun.
That's not good. 6 plus 7 is 13.
13. Okay. It seems that you can kind of hear people moving, but you can't really tell where.
Okay. Bug is gonna stay still. They're like pancaking themselves to the ceiling.
All right, you are pancaked to the ceiling. Awesome. Ken, what would you like to do?
I'm kind of thinking, I'm gonna take the shot. Would it be possible for Ken to like look around and think of a better place to hide like Bug is? But like specifically in this room.
In this room. Okay. Give me an engineering check again.
Yeah, because people are definitely coming back here whenever everything's off the ground. Okay, N, Jin, Neri. Let me see.
That's an option. Do you think you want to do it?
No. I feel like that's the most dangerous place to go while they're not.
Yeah, everybody
the ground.
shits. You know what I mean?
Everybody shits. That's the scary thing. Everybody shits, and if they find
Well,
their
yeah,
shit
but they're
are
not gonna hang out
occupied.
like they're not gonna hang out the same amount in there as they would in like their room unless they got the fucking run.
Hilariously, also on this topic, hilarious comment. Everybody shits. I have actual like written consideration for the fact that you guys will have to use their faculties. So there are certain times that you will need to do it.
That's funny.
Listen, if we just go into one of the stalls and keep the doors closed, make them think it's out of order.
I will piss on the floor. Do
I
not
will
touch
piss in
me.
any of these rooms. I'll shit anywhere.
That's fine. Also, you know what I mean. I won't judge anybody for it. I'm just saying.
Panini, if I shit outside of the bathrooms and that's what gives us away and they find us out because somebody shit in their shit,
I'm
I will
sorry.
kill you.
I'm sorry. You should have been stealthing closer to the bathrooms. Anyway.
They've just been pissing in this cargo hold for hours already.
Yeah, the bottle method, you know?
The bottle
God.
still have
Oh my god.
Anyways, 27 was your engineering?
Yes.
Okay, so are you trying to find a better hiding spot in this room specifically, or are you trying to think of a better place to move? In another room?
In this room specifically.
In this
This
room
is the best room. Yeah, because this is the best room for Ken to be in. It just also will be very dangerous the second like it gets off the ground.
Yeah, 100%. I think, okay, so I was describing your hiding spot as specifically you're like under some of the machinery, right?
Yes.
I, honest to God, think with the way that this room is described to me, which, by the way, I can give you little room descriptions in a second if you want. There is not really any other place to hide because there's no storage here. There's not really, like, other places to hide under, and also, this will be a really high traffic area, you're right. Most, like, people in drift or in flight need to check the engine at least once or twice on a trip, right? But I don't think unless something is going wrong, they will need to look under the machines. You know what I mean? So you're kind of the best posted up you can here, unless you want to move to a different room.
Side question, because I'm paranoid. If they move this machinery, will I get fucking skunked?
No, I don't think that they will, because it's stationary machinery.
Okay.
It's like
okay.
It's like an engine bolted to the wall.
Okay. Okay.
Yes. Thank you for checking. I wouldn't do that to you. The
Aw.
book might, but I wouldn't.
You could have. You could have. And Ken will stay here, secure, playing Tetris on her fucking iPhone.
Yeah, there's a little timer, a silent timer in your custom rig that tells you when it would be a good time to try to check the computer again.
Mm-hmm.
Swag. Yeah. You guys all kind of settle in, at least for now, what you're going to be doing for the next couple hours. And by the time everybody's settled, an hour has already kind of passed. And then you kind of feel that same feeling that you get whenever a ship is in space, whenever it has to create its own artificial gravity. And then, Ken in particular, you actually hear the drift engine kind of go to kick up. So you know that it is now kind of about when they are about to jump into the drift. So in like regards to like when people will be most free, it will be like in a couple minutes.
Okay.
Do you all hold? You don't have to every time I check in. It's just I would feel bad if I steamrolled a spot where somebody could have made an adjustment, you know?
No, I get you.
And also, this is how it would feel. Like, every 10 minutes, it would be like, should I move? Should I do something?
Go ahead.
I was going to ask a question about the cargo hold before the one I'm in. Judge had to pass through it.
Yes.
What was in that one? Could like Judge like glance through the door again, see if that place is a better place for her to hide?
Yeah, so I can tell you that it also had some crates, and it also had, how do I describe this? It had what it looked like, kind of like those rungs that have like, you know, like the space suits, jetpacks, you know, some extra gear for like when you're on the way out was in specifically 2B.
Yeah, Judge is going to move to that room.
Okay, awesome. You can move to that room. Give me a stealth check.
Where's my D20? Found it. Ooh, hell yeah, sexy. That is a 25.
Awesome, a 25. Yeah, you managed to kind of like move over into this area that's a little bit closer to everything. Has a bit more stuff, but because of what's in here, you might think that there might be a bit more traffic in case things happen. But you kind of find some crates to kind of like post up behind. As you
just kind of
wait
crouching
for
down.
drift. Yeah.
She wants to be in a spot that, if she is caught, she is not backed into a corner.
Oh, that's very Judge Core, you're right.
And she can have ears on the door in here, so she's kind of pressed up against this wall, trying to listening out for this hallway area.
Nice. Yeah, you can definitely do that. I think that's a good one.
Okay. That is Judge.
Awesome. Anyone else?
I think Odessa and Nico are gonna stay here because Nico moving has not been the best so far.
That's fair. Sorry, girly pop. You have the child that's not good at heists.
It's okay. She loves him.
Yeah, he's cute.
Nico just looks
It's
over to
not
Odessa. Odessa just does the thing where he puts the finger to the cheeks and goes, "I'm just so little." Just
Just
like
so
can't be mad at me.
You can't get mad at me. I'll tell my mom. Okay, awesome. Bug and Ken, are you guys good where you're at, or would you like to adjust anything?
I am so torn. Because being in a mess hall where people go to eat, which people have to do pretty regularly,
Yeah.
is not great, but I'm also so scared that someone heard the door and is now outside the door.
Kill them.
Walk in. Got this.
I'll try that. I'll try moving to be in the kitchen part.
Okay.
So that way if somebody does enter the room, it won't immediately be like, what the fuck is that?
Oh, yeah, because if you're like in this corner, you wouldn't be visible from the door. And I'll say that's not a stealth check because you don't have to deal with the door.
Yippee!
That's just you readjusting yourself. Thank you for being
That's-
courteous of the walls.
Yes. I am tucked into the corner like a little ball.
Awesome. Hell yeah.
God's biggest ball.
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. Ken. Are you good here? Are you doing anything?
I think I'll stay here for now. You think I will cope? I have some ideas for whenever we're in the air. I'm waiting for the air.
Yeah, you're waiting for the drift. That's totally fine. Then you stay there, and you give it a minute as you kind of see the drift engine sort of kick up, and you see it kind of give off that little waft of planar energy. And there's nothing else that can really tell any of you guys that you are in drift travel, but it is about around the same amount of time you know that you are in flight. And maybe you guys give it an extra hour or two for good measure. I will now place the NPCs to where they would be at this time, because I have the clock part of the calendar on. You guys can easily be able to tell it is 5:30 a.m. Because this was a night flight when they left. So 1 second. Let me move everything. And someone gets to see a little something.
Oh.
I hope it's not me.
Odessa, you are waiting, and you're waiting, and you're watching the hours kind of go past. When you hear the door to Cargo Bay 2F open, and you see in walks the middle-aged human woman. And you see, as she goes right up to that box that you saw, the one that was a little weirdly shaped,
Oh,
as
yes.
she goes to start kind of like pulling off rivets on it, enough to kind of let each of the sides kind of like fall down with a crack, as you see that she has a modular workshop set up in this cargo hold. And you see that she
Fuck.
sits down and
No.
starts tinkering with something.
Oh. Fuck.
Kill her. Time to kill.
Yep. Assassin.
I'm not killing her. Jesus.
Knock her out.
Kill her in Minecraft.
No, in real life.
we think we're in the drift by now.
Yes.
I guess it is party time, but God, I don't want to do it.
You gotta do it. You can call someone over and tag team.
I think what I'm gonna do is, from the hiding place still on her comm unit, she's gonna send off another quick text and say, the human woman is in here in a workshop. I'm about to make a move.
I think Bug will shoot a quick response back, being like, please knock her out, do not kill. If you can help it.
That was the plan.
Judge will send a response of, do you want any assistance with this?
Depends on how confident you are, you know?
Yeah.
Because I mean, technically Bug is right there.
Right, but like once I take her out, we're probably gonna have to move and take everyone else out.
Yeah, 100%. It is not gonna be. This would be the go time.
I think that she'll say, for now, I think I'm okay. If the rest of you want to get into a good position to take care of the others.
Where the others are.
Do you know what could be a really cool way to find out?
Going out into the hallway.
I was also gonna say you could try to check if the ship has cameras.
Ooh.
Yeah, don't worry. I've been pro you guys hacking this whole time. I just also wanted you guys not to get your asshole got.
That's my lashes at Ken.
Yeah. Camera.
Okay.
Camera.
You go and you kind of go to stand up from your hiding spot to go to the terminal in engineering, meaning that you're now a little bit. No, you are a sitting duck if somebody comes in, right? But this is to help Odessa, who is also in a bit of a pickle, right? And you go up to the terminal and you put in all of the passwords and all of the codes that Tarika gave you, and you don't even have to roll. You are opening the door and walking into their house. You immediately have access to the cameras. You have access to an entire map of the ship, so now all of you know, if Ken sends you this, what all of these rooms are, which means you can use the key and ask questions about it. Do you think that you do any more digging before Odessa cuts to the jump? Because I don't want to give you a bunch if I think that you're just going in and out and let's go time. You know what I mean?
No. Ken would 100% dig.
Okay, slay. You would actually find their shift log, which means that you will know who's on night shift and who's on day shift. They have it planned out for the entire journey. And I will send you that 1 second. Sorry. I'm making this legible because I didn't think you guys would get it so soon.
Whee!
Okay. This is how it's written kind of in the log, and it's written very informally, so you think that it is quick reference for them specifically. I don't know why I did that. It's supposed to just be in order.
Oh, it just does that. It's just Discord.
And then 1 second. There's another thing you find, but I have to find it on my PDF. I'm so sorry. My notes are so scattered.
No,
It's okay.
you're totally
We're
fine.
good.
I would have never known. We have to read this.
Okay, awesome. So you also find out a lot more critical information about the Golden Thread as like a ship, right? You see that it has a destination listed. The journey is from the Horseye orbital plate in the orbit of Abalon to a place called Fortune's Heart. You see that there is actually no listed jump out of the drift at any point in this journey, even though it takes into consideration the jump into the drift. And you also go to try to find information kind of like on the nature of the cargo that is in this ship, because all you know is that it's expensive because it's going to a Callistocrat event, right? And you find out a lot of information about what is on this ship. And you find out that a lot of the information that Tariqa told you is correct, except for one tiny problem, and that is timing. Because there is no cargo on this ship, because the journey that it is on right now is to pick up cargo.
Oh.
You are on a ship that is empty.
Shit.
That
So,
sucks. God, I'm mad at you.
I love you.
I'm mad at you.
Remember how you're like, no, not everything goes wrong all the time. It's fine.
I didn't
And
say
then
not
I-
everything goes wrong. I said you guys would come out on top in the end.
I know.
And there's still a way to come out on top, Ken. Because as you're kind of reading this and you're realizing that the only thing that's off is the important part, which was the treasure you were supposed to take. It is not technically out of reach. Because this ship is on the way to the location that this treasure is held. If you want to complete this job, the only way to do it is to hold out for the 6-day journey to Fortune's Heart to get it from there.
First things first, Ken is gonna send out the DM and just be like, hey,
Hey guys!
plans have to change very quickly.
Yeah.
Odessa goes, oh, never mind. I'm gonna stay here.
Puts away knife.
Where's the move-in
God,
picture?
how long did you say that the journey was to Fortune's Heart?
6 days.
Is it the 6 days?
It's not 1d6 days, it will be 6 even days because it is not in the Pact World system.
Okay.
Okay. Well, we have some options.
Kill them.
We either incapacitate them, or we hide for 6 days.
Oh, the cramping.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
And the thing is that like if we incapacitate them and try to pose as them to get the cargo, like I think they're gonna know who's supposed to be there.
Yeah, that's the thing.
You could always incapacitate them and interrogate them. You could see if they have any information or any ideas. You could stay hidden and try to sneak off whenever you get there. There's a lot of different options. And I will also say something that comes with the territory of, you remember when I was like, oh yeah, because haha, they give you, they take into consideration like the fact that you will have to move in and out of like bathrooms and stuff like that. You guys have to sleep.
Mhm.
And you
Yeah.
have to eat.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did anyone else bring rations or food with them?
No.
Let me check my inventory.
Because I brought a week's worth of rations.
I think Judge has a couple weeks worth.
Okay, so the other two are probably gonna have to meet up with you at some point.
Mhm.
Yeah, because I think I left rations in the ship.
Yep. Sorry if I was really up everybody's ass for inventory. This was why.
Haha.
Yep. My rations are on the ship.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I brought a decent amount because I dropped off a bunch of shit.
How
I
many
have
weeks worth?
I have 6.
Okay, okay.
Wait, did I read that right? There, is that it? Oh no, I have 8. I have 8.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Specifically about the shift log. Because this was like a night flight when it started, and it's like 5 a.m. now.
Yes.
So does that mean that Shiari is the only one up? Or when they say day, do they mean this right now is the day?
Oh my gosh, wait, that actually brings up a really good point. So you actually get to also know when it's a day and night shift because the lights dim a little bit when it's set for nighttime for comfort.
Oh.
So you'll be able to not only tell with your clocks, but you'll also be able to tell via lights because packed time is standardized in space, right? So there's a little bit of wiggle room. You can safely assume that Shiari is on the in the pilot's chair potentially, or up in the cockpit, because this comes up a little bit, but we don't do it every time because you guys know. But somebody has to be babysitting the ship even on autopilot because you never know when there's going to be an asteroid, there's going to be pirates. What if the ship fucks up? You know what I mean? So the assumption is that Shiari is on the bridge, and then the other ones are around. Whether they are asleep yet, Ken would have to individually check cameras, but since it's the first day, you don't know if you could reliably rely on the fact that they will be sleepy right now because they just left.
Yeah.
But further in the journey, you will be able to more readily understand who is up and who is not, because if you're on night shift, you're not going to be up digging around during the daytime because you need to be up all night.
I was actually going to suggest what this means is that we could potentially make our own counter night crew thing to this.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You can also keep watches if people are sleeping. You can change what rooms you're in because they will move throughout the ship. I have their entire schedule for the week if you decide to stay the 6 days.
Honestly, I think it might benefit to try.
Yeah, and then if we end up failing, then we can knock them out and interrogate.
Yeah,
I'm
and be
stronger
like,
than these fuckers.
you're gonna pick up this fucking cargo, and you're gonna like it.
Yeah, you're gonna give us the treasure.
I'm thinking a relatively safe area, depending on their schedules, might be the escape pod area.
Oh, that's true.
Or the airlock as well.
Yeah, how often are they gonna go out the airlock?
Yeah.
True.
That's the kind of like I said earlier, they reward you for thinking about this stuff, right? So think about how often people would be in the mess hall, how often, who's in which rooms, where do they sleep every night, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Ken, sorry, say your thing first.
Bug was gonna ask Ken to check cameras. You can say
Okay.
your thing first.
I was gonna remind Ken to check the cameras on where they were at right now.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. I will show you where everybody is right now. Shiari is indeed over there. I will be showing them and hiding them as needed. You know what I mean? So you see that Shiari is up there. You see that Dauros is actually in this room, which is the Trivid Den, basically. And you actually see that he's kind of reclining on his chair, and he's strumming a guitar and tapping his foot.
Oh my god! Wonderwall.
Man,
and
we're
you
gonna
see...
ruin this guy's life.
And then you see the Lashunta is sitting on top of a bed in 8A, and he seems to be reading a book on his little data pad.
Weeb.
I'm gonna be stuck here for a while until she leaves.
Yeah, you
Mhm.
are.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
this does give the rest of us a chance to kind of find new spots.
Yeah. If you want to.
Okay. I think with that knowledge, Bug is gonna try and make their way to the escape pod room.
Wait, are you in the kitchen?
Yeah.
I'm in the kitchen right now.
You should
Okay,
take some
can I
food.
grab some food?
Yeah. Yes, you can. Yes,
I
you
was doing
can.
this
Now
fast.
you're cooking with bacon. Let's go.
Oh,
Okay.
it is Bug sharing the. This is gonna be a stretch. Actually, this is an extreme stretch of my abilities. Because they can also check the cameras. Would it be possible for Ken to like make a camera loop of the
Yes,
escape
you
pod?
can, dummy
Ooh.
footage. Yes, you can. Now you're cooking with bacon. Yes. Give me a computer check right now, and you can do that.
Where's my dice?
Oh, I'm so excited. You guys understand the assignment.
Computers. Okay. My bonus will hopefully make this 29.
29. Okay, let me look at my DCs really quick. Yeah, you succeed. Bug, you get add a +2 to your roll. You can't use the still one, but you can do your your sheath array +10 and then +2, and then your normal pluses.
Yes.
Because you're like patching footage and you're creating a loop of whenever it was clear. You will have to up that every so now we're getting into day style mechanics. Every day you can only do that one time, but you get a cumulative bonus to +2 to stealth rolls for everybody that whole day.
Nice.
Yes. After Bug moves, and then after if Ken or Judge wants to move, feel free. Ken, unfortunately, the best place to interface computers would be in engineering, but you can move if you don't feel comfortable being there.
Ken is gonna stay here.
Swag.
This is her favorite house. This is her house. She's gonna be the best here. I do think, as a concept, this is putting a lot of eggs in a basket.
Yeah.
I do think making the escape pods where people sleep would be the best idea, because it'll be cramped as shit,
Mm-hmm.
but like people aren't gonna just hang out in the escape pods.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I think that's a
Mhm.
fair assumption. On your way out, also, Bug, you can grab 2 weeks of rations.
Oh, nice.
Nice,
Yes.
nice.
You also can eye that there is enough wine and liquor in here to, I think, put you back like 1,000 credits. But I don't think you're gonna be clink clanking those in your butt cheeks right now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, not right
Not
now.
yet. Not yet.
Yeah.
Alright. Food grabbed. Making my way downtown. Crawling fast. I'm a bug on your wall.
When you pass the Trivid room, you can hear the guitar playing softly through the walls.
Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty
Uh,
good.
Can Judge go ahead and make a move as well?
Yes, you can. Where are you moving? And give me a stealth check. You get to do a +2.
She wants to get to the airlock.
Okay, cool. Give me your stealth roll.
Ooh, nice. +2. That's even better. That is a 24.
Okay, awesome. That makes it because nobody is actually around you right now. So you can slip on over to the airlock. The door, when it closes, is a little loud as it does its little depressurized thing.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't really hear any movement outside of where you're at for now.
Is it like a see-through door?
No.
Okay. This is
Most
fine.
ships in Starfinder don't have a see-through airlock.
That's fine. Then I think Judge is okay with. She's gonna like send out a text that she's gonna be bunking up in the airlock.
Mm-hmm.
because she really doubts anyone's gonna try anything with the airlock.
I think there's not really a ton of places for you to hide behind, but I think posting up in the corner on the same side as the door in is good enough, because you're right, who's going to the airlock, you know what I mean? I'm just giving you the information so you can make informed decisions, you know?
No, this is good. I'm confident with this.
Swag.
Oh, actually,
What?
I think I could join you. Hold on. I have to check something.
I have to
I
also
can
check
use
something.
life bubble.
Oh yeah, you can use life bubble, so you can, you guys both could dip out of the airlock if you're about to get caught.
Ooh.
That's a
Ooh.
really,
That's really
interesting
good.
idea, actually.
Yeah, I have a life bubble, and
We're honestly in some really good spots.
It's duration 1 day, so I'm assuming this is an assumption. I don't have to like be conscious. Is it like just on me?
Yeah, it will just be on you until it's done, basically. I should be. Let me look at it. Is it that you have access to Lashunta Life Bubble?
No, I have access to Sylph Life Bubble. It's called Atmosphere Artificer.
Okay,
That's sick.
Sylph. Let me look at it.
Yeah, instead of flying, I can choose to do this.
You actually,
and
so it
this-
actually is technically, so the spell is called Lashunta's Life Bubble. It just says Life
Oh.
Bubble in the book for some reason.
That's strange.
But I can look at the actual spell. Come here.
Doesn't say that on Hephaestus.
Yeah, that's what's weird. I think it's because sometimes they're like, yeah, we're gonna name it after a thing, and then afterwards they're like, that's dumb. Why did we do that? Swag. Hold on.
And it's up to. I think you're about to say the thing. Go ahead.
You can do it for 4 people.
Yes.
Ooh.
That's cool.
Oh.
Wow.
Okay, Queen. They have to be
They
really
signed
close
up.
together, so they can't give it to you right now. But if you guys really need to get out of Dodge, that's a really good ability.
Holy shit.
That's really fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And it stays for days equal to my level.
Yes.
So it can just you can effectively have a life bubble around you as long as you stay within 30 feet of me.
That's super sick. That's super cool. Okay, awesome. Yeah, Slay, so you want to get over to the airlock? Let me look at the airlock really quick. The airlock does have a control panel, so you would actually be able to do computers from there. So that would be a really good spot for you.
Yep. I'm leaving.
Okay, give me your stealth roll. You get a +2 because of how you dummied the camera footage.
Yippee!
Did you need me to do one for moving to the pods?
Didn't I make you do one?
You didn't say.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, you get a +2. Sorry, I got distracted because of the cameras.
No, it's okay.
I was
wanted
very
to-
excited.
I was also very excited.
23.
Gotcha. You can move over.
Waddles.
Whenever you do
I'm
that,
sorry, sir.
when you do that, Ken, when you get to that part, stop for a second, because you go to like duck over, and I feel like you can kind of hear a distant, huh? And as you hot step over to the airlock, you pause for a second before opening because you can see down the long hallway that Shiari kind of like looks over their shoulder, but seems to not really chalk it up to anything because they kind of just like go back to dicking around with some kind of like handheld device that's kind of like making distant beeping noises. And now you're in there. What did you get, Snara?
I got 26.
Okay, Slay, yeah. I don't think anybody would have heard you on this kneeling. Okay, Slay. Okay, awesome. Okay, Slay. So, I'm going to talk a little bit about how this is going to work, right? I will probably cut this session here just because I don't think we will have enough time to do everything, right? because a lot of things can happen in this moment.
Yeah.
So how this is going to work then is that you will have to now manage. This is where you're basically going to be for the first day. We don't really have to micromanage second by second anymore unless you guys really feel unsafe or you guys deal with an event, which can be anything from a failed roll. It can be anything from something that is scripted to happen. It can be anything like a percentage chance that people can come into rooms, because that is also what they take into account. I know how frequently people go to eat and stuff here, right? So every day, you guys will be able to do certain things, but every single body in this ship will have to do a daily stealth check. That will have to be the first thing done in the day. But I think... No, you guys can do a little bit in the morning in the transition between night shift and day shift, where you guys can do things like try to do a footage loop, try to make distractions if you'd like, this, that, and the other. There's a lot of things that you can actually do to kind of like set yourself up better. But at baseline, everybody has to do a stealth check, and those are really, really important. So some of the things that you guys can do, because I don't mind telling you about them, because you're having some of these really cool ideas already. You can mess with footage. You can also check cameras to see like where people are, to track their schedules. And that will be something that works better over time, because you'll start to learn where do they go, what do they do, that sort of thing. You can use computers for creating distractions if people fail. So sometimes if you are nearby a person or you know something is happening, you can kind of step in. Of course, at any time, if you want to try to incapacitate the mercenaries, feel free to try. I just cannot promise that it will work, because it will be really dependent on the situation, right? But feel free if that's what makes you feel safer, right? You also can do things, there's 2 downtime activities you can do, which is maintain readiness, and then, sorry, there's another one over here. Maintain readiness and then secure area. Both of those give you a bonus to stealth, right? But maintain readiness gives you a bonus, a +2 bonus to your next stealth check to hide. If you do secure area, you give everyone else a +2 bonus. So you have to choose if you're trying to ensure your own survival or if you're going to help everybody else, right? You can fortify the positions that you're in if they are tagged as well hidden. There are areas on the ship that are well hidden and then not well hidden, and you can only do certain activities in certain ones. You have not officially figured out which places are well hidden or not because you don't know their schedules, right? You also can switch to a nocturnal sleep schedule, and that will change the mechanics of this stay, because it means that you will have an easier time moving around, but there's a higher chance, like a really high chance, that somebody can find you while you're sleeping. And that will also mean that somebody will have to be up on watch, which means potentially some people might be alone. But again, these are a lot of things that this book takes into account to maybe make you guys like move through this with like your planning stage and help you feel more secure, right? It's whatever ends up working for your party. And then I have a bunch of stats on literally all the rooms in this place, and they change pretty heavily. Does anybody have any questions?
Help.
Help.
I can't help you. You're in a trap I made for you.
Oh my god, it's like the M. Night Shyamalan movie Trap, where the concert was a trap for the guy, and now we are the guy and we've been trapped.
Yeah.
You're M. Night Shyamalan.
Have a great time playing 6 days at Golden Thread.
I think, okay, this is for the table. Because I really like the idea of switching to nocturnal sleep schedule and then having someone on watch during the day. I feel like Because we can only check the cameras from this little computer room, right?
You can check computers anywhere that has a panel. There's just specific rooms that can let you do it. So far, you only know engineering has one, and the airlock has one, and then you can assume that the cockpit has one.
Okay. Alright. Then in that case, as long as someone is in the airlock, since I'm assuming that's going to be the safest compared to the other rooms, then whoever's on watch can just keep an eye on the cameras, and if they see that someone is approaching an ally's location.
Mm-hmm.
In the air of full disclosure, another thing that could be something that is either enticing or not, depending on how you think of it. Switching to a nocturnal sleep schedule, you already now know who is on night shift and who isn't. So the farther you go along, the higher there is a chance of only one or maybe two people being up if you are going to incapacitate somebody. Who knows?
They won't question if one disappears.
I was gonna say, I was like, if we can manage to get rid of one of them stealthily enough and then just leave him there the next day, we could drive these people insane.
You could do psychological torture. You really could.
We could do psychological warfare.
Really could.
We spike their water with very potent alcohol, so they're constantly drunk, and they start going under the effects all the time.
God.
Yeah, there is
alcohol.
There's alcohol, and also I have a bunch of medicine on me. I can give them.
You could
sedatives.
drug them.
I can spike
Fuck!
food and
My
brain.
God.
These are great ideas that we need to implement for next time. We should get a little. We need to send Nico through the vents so they think something is in there, but then they check and there's nothing.
Go a little crazy about it if you want to.
You're like crazy.
I'm just here along for the ride. I have no. Okay, I'm gonna tell you something that's so funny. There is so many variables that there is no one way to get through this. I am just here with you until you can figure a way out of my death maze.
That's so fair.
So I'm chilling. I don't even have a preferred way to do it.
My preferred way is to beat their nuts.
Don't do that.
I'm going.
You would beat up this skinny, acne
Yeah.
Lashunta. He looks like a teenager.
That's a
will.
baby.
I will kill the child.
Oh
I don't
my
give a shit.
God.
I mean, I won't guilt you for it. I don't think he's a child. He just looks like one.
Yeah.
Do you think adults can't have acne, Panini?
No, I
A
haven't.
lot of acne.
I'm just saying he also looks scrawny like a child.
He
And also,
does.
don't worry. If you're really gunning to fight kids, there will be times when you'll have to fight children in this game. Don't worry.
What the fuck?
What the hell?
Don't worry about it.
What the hell?
What the
I'm not
fuck?
worried. I'm not worried. I can take a bunch of children in a fight.
Oh my
No,
God.
stop. I don't want you to kill children either.
You don't have to kill them, but you might have to deal with them. Who knows?
I can
Watch
handle
like-
children.
Watch it be some like fucked up corporate paramilitary experiment, and they're all like super weapons.
I'm so
Uh,
real. I would be so so unsurprised.
Spoiler alert, it's more sad. Anyways, what are you guys doing before we cut this session?
I'm staying here. I can't do anything.
Yeah, you can.
I'm staying here. I'm
Yeah, I'm
chilling
staying
with Judge, playing video games in the airlock.
Just chilling with each other.
Let's chill.
Making out,
A little kissing.
Little
playing truth or
kissing.
dare.
That always ends in kissing. Don't
It does every time.
Yeah.
Okay, everybody. Then I'm going to end the session here, and I'll stop recording, and then I will figure out when we're gonna schedule the next session.
Whoo.
Hey.